Hey, Dave, we saw both Corey Knebel and Jimmy Nelson doing live BP slash kind of a simulated game this afternoon here. What did you see from their performance on the mound?
I thought they were both good. Both faced hitters, got through an inning. I'd say for Corey, probably early next week, get out on assignment, through a couple of sim games. So I think to get him on assignment on a rehab, probably the next step for him. And for Jimmy, take a couple, 2-3 days and figure out where we're at come Tuesday. And, hopefully he's in activation come Tuesday or Sunday. It potentially could be Sunday. We'll see.
And I noticed you having a conversation with Kenley Jansen. Is there anything that you can share with us from that conversation?
No, I just wanted to just let him know that he's available, how he felt, and he's available tonight. Just making sure he's available tonight to finish this game out.
And you have Billy McKinney playing right field today. What do you like about him, and what should we kind of expect to see from him tonight?
So with Billy, he's well-traveled, been to, I think, 5 or 6 different clubs already in his career. A guy that plays left, right, plays some first base, left-handed bat, really good ball player. So I haven't seen a whole lot of him, to be quite honest, but obviously with Mookie being down, we're going to try to get him a little bit of runway.
And is there any updates on Mookie Betts and with treatment, how he's kind of feeling today?
I think with Mookie right now, it's I know I've said this the last few days, but it's day to day, and I'm going to keep trying to stay away from him. I know the IL is certainly a topic of conversation internally, but we're just not quite there. So hopefully he can get out and move around a little bit today, maybe more tomorrow. So we'll see where he's at come Sunday.
And is it a possibility for him to come in late in the game to pinch hit, or do you really want to stay away from him today?
I think for the sake of, like I said the other night, gamesmanship, he's available.
Next question from JP Hornstra. Go ahead.
Dave, how are the conversations with Mookie about this? Is he trying to convince you is he trying to lobby to get in these games here?
I think it's just one of those things where we're all trying to do right by him. I know that he wants to be out there, but understands that if he were, he would be considerably limited. And so right there makes my decision a lot easier, for this particular day. And it's more about revisiting it each day and see where his pain level is at.
If I know taking a step back and taking broader picture things in is difficult with the grind of a season, but considering how much Mookie carried you guys last season, does the expectation have to be a little bit different for him, just given what he's able to do on a day-to-day basis, not being 100%?
Well, I think that if he is not close to 100%, I think the expectation is certainly lowered. So I think that's why where we're at in the season, where he's at physically, I think the net just right now doesn't make sense until we can get him to a point where we feel when he's out there, the contribution is worth him going through the pain he's going through.
And last one for me with Walker tonight, we just kind of take it for granted that he steps up in these big games. But has he changed really at all in terms of who he is on game day from his rookie year to now?
No, he hasn't. I think he is more, wide-eyed and kind of excited early, I guess, but he's still the same guy, has been since the day I met him.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question's from Bill Plaschke. Go ahead.
Yeah, Doc. Hey, with all the injuries and everything this year, do you feel like we've seen this team at its best yet? And is that frustrating to you?
I don't think. I think the easy answer is we have not seen our team at its best yet. I think if you look at the projected opening day lineup, I think it's been maybe less than a handful of games that we've been together. It's kind of baseball in the sense of injuries do happen. you've got to make do and do the best you can with it. So I wouldn't say frustrating, but I'm more hopeful that we're going to get all of our pieces back at some point.
Do you feel like you know this team as well as you've known the last teams, because there's been so many different new players in there? Do you have a handle on? You think this team knows itself? Yeah,
I think I know this team very well, inside and out. I think this team knows itself inside and out. So that's very powerful. I think that's a really good question, because when there's uncertainty and doubt, that's when things kind of get a little uncertain. But you can weather things when you really have certainty on who you are as a individually and as a club.
and you sound confident. You get your guys back. You can weather all this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think we've shown we can do it without our guys, and once we get back, I think that we can really go on a push. Yeah.
Thanks, Doc.
Yep.
Next question is from Rowan Kavner. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, with Knebel having missed 3 months, any idea yet how long he might need on rehab?
I don't. I don't think that we're going to rush him. I know we're not going to rush him. So we want him to be able to come back and feel 100% and knock the door down. And he's saved bullets, obviously competitive game bullets with the injury. But, when he comes back, he'll be ready to go. So there's no, cemented plan right now, Rowan. We just want to make sure he's 100% when he gets back with us.
What did you see from him at the beginning of the year and a lot of scoreless appearances early on? Did you kind of see everything you were hoping to see?
We did. It's just professional, from the work each day to the conversations with coaches, teammates. And then on the mound, it's a plus fastball located and it's a plus breaking ball. So he's a 2-pitch guy and just really prepares well. And I just love his head.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next question's from Eric Steven. Go ahead.
Dave, just wondering if there's an update on Corey Seager, either activation-wise or possible rehab assignment.
Eric, I wish I had something for you today, but he's out moving around, but I just haven't heard anything different than what I knew yesterday.
Next question's from Mike DiGiovanna.
Yeah, Dave, where will Knebel start his rehab?
I think that's more Corey driven. I would probably say, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, logically, you could say location, geography here in low A, but the competition probably speaks to OKC. So I just don't know the schedules of each affiliate right now, and that kind of has to line up with the scheduling too.
From what you saw of him in April and knowing how August can be so tough on relievers, what kind of impact can he have in that bullpen?
It's going to be a new trade chip, essentially, an acquisition. It's a guy that's been through pennant races, pitched in postseason games. So to get him when guys are a little bit taxed from the season, logging innings, to get him back fresh is something we're all excited about.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Next question's from Fabian Ardaya. Go ahead.
Hi, Dave. I know you've talked a lot over the years about how Chris Taylor's been so valuable just because he can play wherever and sort of fill in whenever guys need him. I mean, obviously, it seems like he's the guy at short every day from here on out until Seager's back. I mean, how much does that sort of impact what you guys are able to do, and how much does that sort of emphasize what McKinstry is able to do off the bench?
Yeah, you said it. I've talked about how valuable he is to our ball club, and he allows for a lot of other things that people might take for granted in the lineup. You can kind of move him around anywhere versus anyone. Defensively, you can plug him in anywhere and perform at a high level. So he's an everyday player. He's an all-star, and we're lucky to have him. So as far as Zach, it's something understanding that the value of being able to move around the diamond, take good at bats, and a guy like Chris, perfect person to model yourself after.
Who would that second option be at shortstop for you right now? Would that be McKinstry?
It would be Zach, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dave.